47 deadly mind hacks to get people to buy your stuff. Let's dig in. This is the sexy, fun ninja stuff that I've been waiting for. Let's go. Dangerously persuasive mind hack number 1. Overt and covert commands. Language is everything. Overt meaning open, you're not trying to hide it. Covert meaning like undercover. Language is everything. How you write. This is, in my opinion, such an important 47 deadly mind hacks to get people to buy your stuff. Let's dig in. This is the sexy, fun ninja stuff that I've been waiting for. Let's go. Dangerously persuasive mind hack number 1. Overt and covert commands. Language is everything. Overt meaning open, you're not trying to hide it. Covert meaning like undercover. Language is everything. How you write. This is, in my opinion, such an important right here, what we're going to talk about in this slide. I'll show you some examples because it's going to bleed into everything, because it is how I write every single PowerPoint. When I'm writing copy, you guys pay attention right now. If you're on this webinar, you got to understand this before moving forward, because every single thing that I'm going to show you throughout this and the rest of this course is like, this is one of the foundational pieces to everything that I do. Everything that, 8-figure copywriter, this is one of them, okay? You have to write your copy in a creative way that gets them to feel and act. Now, guys, we talked about bold, italicized, underline, and stuff. This is a little bit different, okay? Bold, italicize, underline the feelings and emotions you want them to feel and anchor to you and your offer and the actions you want them to take. Now, you've got to be very, very careful. This is critical and vital. You want to write your copy in a way that begins to manipulate their mind and gets them to feel what you want them to feel, so they link up and associate that feeling with your product so that they buy your stuff. Write your copy in a way that begins to manipulate their mind and gets them to feel what you want them to feel, so they link up and associate that feeling with your product so that they buy your stuff. So, what do they need to feel in order to buy your stuff? What's the buying trigger? You want to make that pop and stand out. I cannot stress enough this right here, and I'm going to show you examples. The feelings and emotions. For example, I have a company that teaches people how to make money online, teaches people how to drive traffic, generate leads for any business. Making money is one of the biggest benefits. Driving traffic, getting customers, getting buyers. So those are the things, along with like getting them to take actions, fill out the form, buy now, buy the product. So watch these examples and pay very close attention, because they're going to pop up ongoing. And when we get to the sales funnel part and actually show you an actual video sales letter that has done extremely well for us, you will understand what this is, and every piece of the puzzle will kind of start coming together after tonight. Now, the blueprint for creating 5K in 30 days with your business is now yours. Now, this is just an example. It's just a snapshot. This is good. The blueprint for creating 5K in 30 days with your business is now yours, right here, right now. Okay, don't look at the bottom sentence. That's not important in this example. Cool. Now, that's fine and dandy, but look. The blueprint to create. Now, this is the command. This is the feeling I want them to start eliciting from their nervous system, their neural system, their brain, right? They read that. Create 5K in 30 days with your business. Boom, they're creating a meaning to that. Right? There's some language going on in their brain. It is sending out a neuron in their brain to elicit a feeling. Right? That gets them excited. Create 5K in 30 days with your business is now yours. Now, took a little bit of creativity and consciousness about what I'm writing. Now, I could say, and I could have bolded and redded the 5K in 30 days, and that would have been a step in the right direction. Okay? The blueprint for creating versus the blueprint to, and then bam, create 5K in 30 days with your business. Does that make sense? Is now yours right here, right now. That is a very different aspect. That is a different pattern. That says something different to the human brain. where, okay, the blueprint for creating 5K in 30 days versus the blueprint 2, and then bam, there's your command. That is what I want them to start getting very conscious and very clean. I want that feeling in their deepest inner core that they can create 5K in 30 days with their business. Okay, because that's what I'm selling. Create 5, that's a huge benefit. Number 2, by the time this video is over, you will know how this 31-year-old snowboard bum and frustrated employee fired his boss and built his first 100K per year income with his home business in 2011. Now, can you see what what could I mess around with here? All right, I'll tell you, I'll give you a hint. It has to do with $100,000 per year income. That's a huge benefit. That is something I want them to elicit. I want them to get the emotions that associate that to my product and service. That is something that I want them to get very comfortable with, and I want them to start anchoring that feeling that they can make 100K per year income with my product. But this one says built his first 100K per year income. Cool, and I could have bolded up, redded, $100,000 per year income. Check out this. Fired his boss and was able to build a $100,000 plus per year income. Do you see the difference? Employee fired his boss and was able to build. That is the command. That's what I want to hammer away, start anchoring, start programming into their neural system that is the real benefit of what I've got to offer. Okay, and this could work, if you're selling diet pills, weight loss, if you're doing, fill in the blank. If you've got any product, just figure out the real benefit, right? And know your target market. And then you can create copy like this that throws out commands very creatively. Now, as subtle as this may seem, built his first 100K per year income, was able to build, bam, that is what I want them, build a 100, that, like, to me as a prospect reading that, build a $100,000 per year income. I mean, boom, that speaks to me. Versus how this guy I don't even know or care about built his first 100K per year income. Very different, very subtle, but very, very different. Do you see the difference here? Number 3 here. He was introduced to some productivity principles that sent shockwaves coursing through his veins, and it became so incredibly clear why he hadn't turned a profit up to that point. Guys, after reading this, what do you think that I could write to make this a little bit different and make it more persuasive, seductive when we talk about those commands of really getting a feeling or an emotion anchored or elicited in their body and brain? Okay, how could you reword this? So incredibly clear as to why he hadn't turned a profit up to that point. Instead, why he hadn't been able to turn a profit up to that point. Okay, do you see how the difference here, why he hadn't turned a profit up to that point? Cool, and I could have again bolded and redded out the turn to profit or profit up to that point. But this is a command right here, turn a profit. If I'm a business owner, that's who I'm speaking to. Turn a profit, boom. I can't do that the way this is written, right? And all I need to do is spend a minute or two just like thinking about how I wrote that command or how I wrote that sentence, that PowerPoint or that piece of copy on the sales letter, and I can figure out how to do this. It's very subtle. I'm telling you, my friends, this is so incredibly important, and I am conscious about how I say and write. Like I said earlier, you're like a surgeon. You really are. This is like surgery. And we're crafting our own sales letter so delicately and intricately that every little piece has its part. Like every little piece plays a role. And every word and every sentence can be manipulated in a way that gets your prospects to feel something. Something that you want them to feel. That whatever it is, whatever that product is, and whatever the feeling, emotion you're trying to elicit to make them buy, you can create that just by making things pop and make it the way that how you write, the words you choose. Okay? In minute 5, Diane is going to show you with a little secret that allowed her to double your income overnight. Now, do you see? I could have written, and most people probably would have written, double her income. Nobody cares. Diane is going to share with you a little secret that allowed her to double her income overnight. My friends, nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about Diane. Nobody knows who Diane is. Okay? Instead, as a master copywriter, what do I want to pop? What do I want the feelings to pop out? What do I want the emotions to start striking them straight through the heart? Right? Double your income overnight. Make money. For me, that was one of my target. Like, that's who I speak to, right? The make money niche, the home business niche. This is something versus I could have written double her income overnight. And we've tested this stuff, guys. This makes a difference. Double your income overnight. Most, if they even get this far, would say double how she was allowed her to double her income overnight. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And of course, double your income overnight, bolded and italicized and underlined again. Buy stuff I want them to buy from me. This is not by chance what I'm messing with here and how I'm writing. This is not like I'm just tossing stuff up, or I'm not just randomly picking things that I want to italicize, bold, underline, and writing things in a specific way. Guys, that wouldn't pass in English. You know, it doesn't make any sense. I'm talking about Diane. Why would double your income? It doesn't make any sense. Guess what? You're not in English class. You're an entrepreneur who wants to direct, we're in direct marketing. We're driving traffic to websites, and we want to make money with our business, whatever that is. There are these little tweaks that will go so further, and even just 1, 2, 5% increase in your conversions on a sales letter because of these little changes can make or break your business. Wouldn't make sense in the classroom. Man, guys, who cares? I'm telling you, a lot of the stuff that I do in regards to NLP and copywriting would never pass a English classroom. If I wanted to get straight A's and get my PhD in